Bonjour à toutes et à tous, j'espère que vous allez bien. On se retrouve de nouveau sur Call of Cthulhu. Et nous étions en train de sortir de la vieille épicerie de Innsmouth. Après nous être fait choper une fois. Alors ça je crois pas qu'on vous le dise en fait. Au début de votre enquête à Innsmouth, vous aurez un stock permanent de morphine. Piqûre de morphine annule temporairement les inconvénients liés aux fractures des membres. Soyez attentifs au dialogue, même si vous n'êtes pas impliqué directement. Vos ennemis, comme vos amis, peuvent vous fournir des indices vitaux. Alors voilà. Alors, hop, je ne sais plus parler aujourd'hui, je suis complètement enrhumée. Je me suis rendu compte que je parlais n'importe comment du coup. Ah, par contre, j'ai fait une erreur dans le sens où je sais pas d'où je viens. Je crois que je viens de là, donc il faut que j'aille là. C'est ça, hein, faut que j'aille là. Je le vois pas. Là, ça va être fermé, mais il faut que... impossible à ouvrir. Oh là 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 là. Faut que je repasse par là. Mais alors, est-ce que... voir si on le voit passer. J'ai peut-être pas attendu assez longtemps, en fait. J'ai peur, on va se faire choper. Qui ne repasse plus, je ne sais pas. Ce serait étonnant quand même. Putain, je suis trop peur. Ah oui, donc là on voit dans les yeux d'autres choses.
You better keep your trap shut. I won't tell him anything.
Vous voyez là, c'est exactement ce qu'on nous disait. Écoutez, soyez attentifs au dialogue, c'est important. C'est très important. Alors par contre, où est-ce qu'on peut aller? Je cherche quelqu'un, mais je ne sais plus où il est. Et je vais éternuer. Zut. Oh là là. Je sais plus par où. Est-ce que c'est par là? Non, je crois pas en fait. Si, c'est là. C'est bon, c'est là.
It's just an advertisement for the local Methodist church.
Okay.
With a good windpipe in early in the Towlands gallant mass. Ah, my boys, these are the joys of the noble and the brave, who love a life in the tempest strife, in the home of the mountain wave. When the driving rain of the hurricane puts the lights of the lighthouse out, and the growling thunder sounds its gong, and the whirlwinds battle out. Huh? Who's that there? Oh, can you spare a few pennies, young mister? I can give you something for your generosity.
Who are you?
Zadok, that be my name, though too few years it now. Zadok Allen.
Do you know a Brian Burnham?
Just a young'un. Worked over the store. He's gone. Killed, I reckon.
Killed? What makes you think that?
Them's from out of town running a store. Taking business from the Order of Dagon. They'd not accept that.
What else can you tell me about this port?
You just bring old Zadok a bottle of something nice, and old Zadok will fill your ears.
Alors, je sais pas si vous vous souvenez, mais dans le magasin, on en a ramassé une justement en fait.
Why, you're uncommonly kind, young feller. Here be a little something in gratitude that might help you in your search. Now you be calling me crazy. Like them that's thar rumoring and anchoring in Ipswich. But old Zadok's seen all manner of wicked things since before you was born. old Captain Obed where it all began, telling desperate folks they'd order get better gods, them's that would answer their prayers.
Didn't the Christian folk of Innsmouth object to such blasphemy?
Aye, they did. It were around 46 that many folks in town were done with Obed and his ways. And all that wild preaching and too many missing, you see. A party of good folk followed Captain Obed's crowd out to the reef. Shots were fired. Next day, Obed and 30 of his followers were in jail. And for weeks all were quiet, till that artful night of 46. Them's out outside reckoned out it being a riot. But I'd seen them, swarms of them.
Look, old man, I don't have time to listen to these fishing tales.
Oh, was a massacre. The jail thrown open. Mounds of the dead and the dying. Shooting and screaming and shouting all across the town square. Come morning, the mess was cleaned up. Old Obed and his family takes charge, they did. Folks were told to keep shy of strangers if we were knowing what was good for us.
Zadok, who did all this? Who did all this?
Except the old captain was now deeper in debt to his heathen gods. They were hankering for more than just sacrificing. Obed told folks they had to take the oaths of Dagon.
What the hell are these oaths?
You just asked old Wes about oaths of Dagon. Aye, he'd take the third oath. Just head over to his hole in that Dock Street. Then you'll see, for definite.
He's given me a key to the town poorhouse. It could come in handy.
Voilà, alors c'est là-bas qu'on va se
Where
rendre.
did Captain Obed Marsh learn of these heathen matters?
In warring foreign parts, the old fool I lent to ways of making gains, doing heathen things. He found a tribe of Kanakis in the South Seas led by a savage. Chief went by a name of Wallachia. And his tribe never went without food, for they had all the fish they could catch. Old Obed learned from his Wallachia that these things on this earth as most folks never heard about. Seems these Kanakis was worshipping undersea gods, with heaps of human sacrifices and other heathen things. But they was getting all kinds of favors in return. Plenty of fishing and even gold now and then.
Human sacrifices? Maybe you've had just a bit too much.
I don't blame you for not believing it, young fella. But just answer me this. Why did Captain Obed roll out to the reef of Satan and chant a lot of rites and incantations in the dead of night? So loud you could hear 'em all over the port. He cast something in the water that eve, out the other side of Devil's Reef. Some kind of thingamajig crafted out of lead. It was given to him by Wallachia.
So, what happened?
Well, not long after the smoke started coming out of the chimneys at the old gold refinery, the Marsh family and those that had joined with Obed in his ways started prospering in the esoteric order of Dagon. Came into being with his heathen that shit they do.
What kinds of ceremonies?
Yeah. Get out of here, lad. Don't wait for nothing. They'll know now.
I think he's had his fill for the night. Zadok! Zadok!
Curse ye, lad, for staring at me with them eyes. The old Captain Manel, and he's staying there. He can get me. He can't. No, he can't get me. I had nothing done. I ain't done nothing or told nobody nothing.
Are you okay, old-timer?
Huh?
On va laisser tranquille. Excusez-moi, je reviens. Excusez-moi, c'était mon chien. Alors, j'ai dit
A
qu'on le laissait
seedy-looking bar
tranquille.
called the Garden. Unfortunately, it's shut.
Ok, alors, donc, où en étions-nous?
It won't budge.
On en était à aller à l'hospice, donc on va quand même
won't
vérifier que on a tout vu ici.
Mr. Walters, I must speak with you.
It's Jack. And is there anyone in Innsmouth who doesn't know my name?
My name's Rebecca Lawrence, and unless you want to join Innsmouth's long list of missing, I'd urge you to follow me.
Missing, huh? Like Burnham?
Of that, I'm not sure. You'd be better off asking the Billingham's daughter, Ruth. She was dating Brian.
What? Who's Ruth?
Quickly, you have to follow me. It's not wise to be seen talking to outsiders. Jack, Innsmouth is a strange place. There are things that have no business being here. Foul, reeking things.
Strange. Trust me, I'm good with strange.
That remains to be seen, but I can help you. My father discovered this strange sign while studying an old manuscript. It seems to ward off the more unusual elements in Innsmouth. Whenever you find one, you can use it to find a moment of sanctuary. Now, I must leave before we're seen together.
I've seen that eye-like symbol somewhere before, but never surrounded by a star.
Bon, allez repartir, on va sauvegarder. Hop. Ça, c'est fait. Et on va se rendre à l'hospice. Ou alors... Non, l'hospice. Hop. Alors, attendez. Comment... ça, c'est la sortie de la ville. Ou alors on visite, au choix, parce que j'ai peur que l'hospice, ça nous prenne trop de temps et que ça devienne
It
trop
won't
long.
budge.
Le mieux, je pense, c'est de se promener
It won't
un petit
open.
peu. Comme ça, je vous montre un petit peu tout avant que les choses ne s'emballent. Tant que c'est possible, non, du coup. Est-ce qu'on peut aller là-dedans? Je ne sais pas. Ah bah, elle est là, tiens.
Jack, we can't be seen talking together. What is it?
Why do you stay in Innsmouth, Rebecca?
My grandfather, John Lawrence, was editor of the Innsmouth Courier. He was murdered in the slaughter of 46. He had always despised the Marshes and their blasphemous doings, and it was he who led the party out to the reef that night. They arrested Captain Marsh and his order and tossed them in the old jailhouse. A few weeks later, my grandfather was dead. My father saw him die. Him and many others, burned alive in the Courier's basement.
All the more grounds to leave.
To leave would be to fail my own legacy. I have a duty to protect the good in Innsmouth, at least what little good remains.
Ok.
She knows plenty, but I need to have a look around myself if I'm gonna crack this case.
Tiens,
Hello, Mackie.
encore vous.
Jack, swell to see you again. Any leads on the Burnham case?
Nope.
Dis rien.
Did you know the lad at all?
Just pleasantries. Seemed a nice enough fella, if a little rough around the edges. Strange business, though. I'd never have fingered him as a crook. The First National was a well-run store, a rare thing here in Innsmouth.
Okay, Mackie. Thanks.
Goodbye, Jack. Be careful what you're doing. Very careful. Innsmouth's a dangerous place. Not everyone who visits here ends up leaving by the old bus route.
This Mackie character knows plenty, but I don't think grilling him for scraps of information is gonna crack this case. It won't budge.
On va retourner au centre-ville. Si vite que possible. Attendez, qu'est-ce qu'il y a là? Profite pour fouiller, hein, tant qu'à faire.
It won't open.
Au moins, on connaîtra un petit peu les décors. Enfin, les autres décors, je veux dire. Ok. C'est une rue parallèle. Je suis paumée. Où est le centre-ville? D'accord, c'est par là. Ça va être à gauche. Lui va rien
Do you know
dire.
the Burnham lad? He worked in the First National.
Can't rightly say as I know him.
Voilà, super. Les gens d'ici, décidément, ils sont vraiment très chaleureux. Hein. En même temps, c'est normal vu qu'ils sont... Où est l'église, par contre? C'est la question que je me pose.
This town's deserted. Where is everybody?
Just leave me be, stranger.
Nota bene, ne plus aller dans les coins sombres. Et puis pour éviter de se faire tuer par les habitants de la ville. C'est ça l'église, d'accord, c'est ça l'église.
Where is everybody? It's very quiet.
It's getting late, outsider. Folks who know what's good for 'em are safely bolted in their homes by now.
Oui. Innsmouth. À ses enfants qui sont morts pour la liberté de 1775 à 1781.
This statue commemorates the men who fought in the Revolutionary War.
Vous avez entendu? Les gens sont vraiment en danger hein, lorsqu'ils me parlent. C'est vraiment terrible, je trouve.
It won't open.
Match. L'hôpital est quelque part par là. Bethesda. Il y a une porte qui est censée s'ouvrir avec.
It won't budge. It won't open.
Est-ce que c'est de ce côté?
It won't
Il me semble
budge.
pourtant que c'est de ce côté. Est-ce que c'est par là par hasard?
It's locked. It must lead to the back of a variety store.
Non. Où est l'hôpital? Zut.
It's unlocked.
Là, ok. Donc on va sauvegarder et on ira à l'hôpital la prochaine fois. Du coup on a bien fait de faire comme ça. Hop. On va supprimer celle-ci. Oui, je vais l'écraser. Voilà, donc je vous dis à très bientôt pour la suite. La prochaine fois nous irons donc dans l'hôpital. Portez-vous bien d'ici là. À bientôt.